Looks like we are live. All right. Once again, my friends, we find ourselves in front of the camera. Today is Sunday. This is your program, my friends, and we are live going around the world. Boy, I almost forgot the name of the program. Sunday Night Alive Power Hour with your host, Soldier of Self-Mastery, Santos Rolon Jr. So I'm here. Once again, this is your program. This is episode number 29. Now, I'm going to admit something here before we even get started. I'm a little bit under the weather, and I'm not talking about cold-wise. I'm talking about challenges. It would be nice if life did not have all of its complications, wouldn't it? But we know that that's not a reality. That's not real. We will face all kinds of different encounters. We will face challenges. We will face moments that will, if not careful, they will bring us down if we're not prepared. So once again, welcome to this episode. This is your program. I'm looking forward to seeing those of you that will participate with me here today. I'm gonna get a few things out of the way before I get started. This is going to be tonight's episode. Once again, we're going to be here 30 minutes, my friends. Time will go by quick. So please identify yourself, and I'll be with you in the chat area. Identify yourself, who you are. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what's going on in your life. I'll let you know what's going on in my life in a little bit. Anyways, once again, I am excited. I'm a little bit under the weather, and maybe I'll share a little bit of why. But let me see. Want to make sure that I get, this is going to be a free kind of, there's no topic tonight here. I don't have a topic. I don't really have an agenda. I'm going to kind of just flow with you guys. So hopefully you guys will have something that we can pick on. I can pick on you, and we can talk about your subject or your question or your victory, whatever it is that you have going on. My friend, life has to go on, no matter what, no matter how we're feeling, no matter where we're at, no matter what is hitting us hard. We must go on. And I've made a commitment to myself to keep this program going. So here I am once again. Let me get some house cleaning out of the way. We're going to be back here Friday, Lord willing, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The new book, the LRB. Okay, I know that I've been showing a copy of the old version here. Now, I'm going to read a little bit out of this book. I still study. I do a little bit of reading out of my own book. The new book is on Amazon. I have not seen the copy of it yet because of some technical difficulties that are taking place on Amazon. I don't know. Maybe it's my credit card or my debit card that's been changed. So anyways, I'm waiting for the new copies to come in, but you can find it. The link where you can get your own LRB, Little Red Book, okay, is right there in the chat area, my friends. So don't procrastinate. It makes a great gift, especially coming up here on the holidays, and it makes a great encouragement. So get your copy. Go get your copy. It's going to help you. I don't care if you're struggling. I don't care what you're going through. Well, I do care, but you know, it doesn't matter what you're going through. What matters is it's not that you stay there. What matters is that you focus, you change your focus, my friends. So the book, okay, we're going to be back here on Friday. And if you're getting something out of, my friends, around the world, I appreciate each and every one of you. It's an honor and a privilege to be here. If you're benefiting from these videos on my YouTube channel, by the way, if you haven't checked out my homepage on YouTube, you should check it out because I redid it. I redid it, and it looks a lot better. If you're benefiting from my videos, if you're benefiting from the education, the philosophy that I'm sharing through my videos, I would encourage you to donate to soldiersofselfmastery.com. Okay? That helps me. It helps the mission. And it helps you too, because when you give a blessing, it comes back. So did I get everything that I needed to do? let's get into today's proverb, and it's going to be this one. Okay, please pay attention. Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. I love that proverb. I repeat it to myself all the time. So we're going to get into the program. I'm going to go to the comment section. And before I do, is there something else that I need to no, this is going to be an open program. There's no subject. So I want to check out here, see who's here tonight. Joe, hey Santos, appreciate your last guest. Thank you. Yeah, Edwin Cabrera. We made. By the way, if you enjoyed what he shared and you're looking for business, you're looking to get into maybe cryptocurrency, it's a good investment. I've invested in it too, but not through Edwin, through another means. So yeah, thank you, Joe. Welcome to episode number 29. I believe this is episode 29. Wow, 29 episodes, man. I'm excited. Where are we going with all of this stuff? I tell you, there's some other things that I'm thinking about. I'm going to probably work on in the near future. Something kind of exciting. I'm not going to mention it here. Maybe in the next episode or the episode after that one. We'll see. There's something that I want to share with you guys. So stay with me. Share this. We're going to be here on Sundays and Fridays. Share this with somebody else that you know that could benefit from this power hour. I'm benefiting from it. I know that much. So stay tough from England. Thank you. I don't know. Well, I'll just call you stay tough. Thank you from England. Joe, welcome. Laura, welcome to the program. And not the call. I had 1,200 earlier, lost 500. Boy, you're hitting me up hard already, huh? I tell you, man, gambling sucks moose balls, and gambling is a big fat lie, my friend. So is every other addiction out there. So is every other addiction. Let me see. Daniel, welcome to the episode. Daniel from New York. There used to be an advertisement on salsa. I don't watch TV anymore, but I remember. Do you remember that commercial that used to say, what was it? It was talking about hot sauce. This is from New York City. Anyway, so I'm sorry that you've lost whatever it is. I withdrew 700, but won't be in my bank for a few days. Not the call. I would encourage you to stay away from your bank, my friend. How would that help you? How would it help you to stay away from your bank? Unless you're paying Billy. You know who Billy is, right? I'll leave you guys hanging about Billy there for a moment. So welcome. I see we've got quite a few guests here. I'm excited to be here. 30 minutes, my friends, and we're going to be done with this episode. So I hope that you take something away. Get a pen, get some notes, walk away. Walk away with something tonight from these episodes. Walk away from something from my videos. If you're doing great, walk away with something anyways. Take some notes. Open your mind. It's like a parachute, right? Parachutes do not work unless they are fully open. So I got my business partner sending me a message. Okay, I can't pay attention to him. And so what else did I want to share here? We're talking about the taking notes and benefiting from tonight's program. I'm getting a little distracted here. So we've got quite a few. David, hi, David. Welcome. Laura Swihert. I hope I got it right. I apologize if I didn't, Laura. You'll learn. I've said that too. Keep faith. Okay. David, that name is new to me. Welcome to episode 29. This is Sunday night, a live power hour with your host. My name is Santos Rolon Jr. I'm here in Stockton, California. This is your program. I'm here to answer questions. You want to make statements. You want to communicate, chat. I was having a little bit of a challenge on the last episode on Friday with my guest, and I couldn't, for some reason, I'm not getting into the chat. I'm not seeing any chatting going on. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm doing an interview and I'm going through a different avenue of making the program happen. Maybe that's why. So we're going to figure that out in the near future. In fact, I'm going to throw this out at you guys. If you are faithful to coming back to the program, I may do a Google Hangout. And if I have your emails, I can do a Google Hangout and you guys can all participate and I can see who you are. You can be on the screen and we can all see each other. I think that would be cool. I may try that maybe on a Friday or on a Sunday. It depends. If you guys are open to the idea, if you're not afraid to be in front of the camera, I'm game for it. I just lost my chat there for a minute. So David, welcome. This is the guy from New Haven, Connecticut. We talked before. I know, David, I apologize. I talk to so many people during the week. I respond to comments and emails. So if I get your name wrong or I miss you, I sincerely apologize. It's not intentional, my friend. So welcome back, David. I'm glad to have you here. We're going to be here for 30 minutes. So what do you guys want to talk about? Hey, we got a few minutes. Pick my brain, you know. Boop, 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 boop. Pick my brain. You got something you want to talk about? I know somebody mentioned that they're down financially. Well, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. But I do want to mention this, that, you know, I'm a little bit under the weather today, and I'm not talking about physical illness. I'm challenged because of some situations that I'm having to face with family. But here's the thing. Just because you're facing a challenge, it could be your spouse, it could be your child, it could be another family member. It doesn't matter what it is. It really doesn't matter. You must be determined to go forward with your life. See, nobody else is going to make you happy. Winning money, losing money, obviously that's not going to make you happy. Buying a new car, getting into a new home, all of these materialistic things do not make us happy. I'll tell you what's going to make you happy is you. And that's a gift from the maker. He's given it to you. He's given you a gift and you can make yourself happy. You just got to learn how to do it. Hang around Soldier of Self-Mastery. He'll show you how to do it. Check out some of my videos on my YouTube channel. Oh, if you haven't subscribed to my email, subscribe and grow with me. The link is going to be there. soldiersofselfmastery.com/happier. That's at the top of the chat. So I'm just going to see what's going on, and I'm going to do just a little bit of reading before I finish out the program. I'm going to do a little bit of reading from my book. I still this is the older version, by the way. This is not the new book. The new book has actually me on the cover, which is pretty cool. I'm looking forward to getting my personal copy. So I still read, even though this book has quite a few mistakes in it. I still study it and read it. So I'm going to be reading in a little bit. But before I do, I want to get some input from you guys. I want to see what's going on in your world. So let me see. By the way, it's probably getting pretty cool in New Haven. The weather's changing in New York also. So I'm sure Daniel and David are feeling a little bit of the weather. Well, you guys are going too fast for me here in the chat. Stay tough. You need to stop, man. It's not too late, David says. That's right. Joe says, I keep losing my chat for some reason. What's going on here? Joe says, it's never too late. Most people don't quit on first try. Truth. That's why I'm not here to judge anybody. It took me quite a few tries. But I tell you, the two main things that helped me, this is powerful. This is powerful. Two main things that helped me. Well, number one, the Bible and prayer. I would say number one. Second to that would be changing the way that I spoke to myself and then changing the vision. I had a label. You see, I would see myself as a gambler. I would see myself as a desperate, lonely, defeated gambler. I had an image, this little image of this guy in my head. So I acted like that image. That image got in my head a long time ago. So the image that you hold on to in your head, that's the person that you are. That's the person that you're going to display during the day. So if you don't like that display during the day, what could you do with that image that you have up here? Something you can do about that image. I talk a lot about this stuff. So Daniel says, got the hoodie on, Santos. Yeah, I know it's probably a little bit, like I said, the weather's cooling. By the way, I'm gonna be in Connecticut. I'm gonna be heading to Connecticut to visit family in next month. I'm gonna be taking a trip to Connecticut. I'm originally from Hartford. Actually, I was born in Puerto Rico, but I grew up in Hartford, and then we moved to this little town called Willimantic, Connecticut, and that's where my mom retired. My mom, my brother, my sister. So I'm going to be going back there to Connecticut. So if you're in Connecticut and in November, or you're in that area and you want to connect with me, man, might be willing to make a little bit of a trip if you will be willing. We can maybe have some lunch or talk about some good things, man. In fact, I may be doing an episode right out of my mom's home when I'm there in November. So I'm looking forward to that. I'd love to meet some of you guys in person too. That'd be great. So, oh man, addicted to online gambling. Yeah, that's a difficult one too, because it's very personal. I mean, imagine in your own home, you have a computer. You don't even have to leave your house today. There's a war, a satanic spiritual war that's being waged against you and I, my friends. It's coming through phones, right? It's coming through our phones. Actually, these phones are little handheld computers. It's coming through our laptops, our PCs. We don't even have to go to the casino anymore. We can destroy ourselves right at home. And sadly to say, a lot of people are doing it. So, my friend, I'm not here to judge, but there is a way out. There is a way to freedom. And you must want it. You must want it. You got to run with desire, my friend. It's the only way it's going to start. You got to start, right? It can start today for you. Right here. It can start right through this program today. I know I can see, I have my bifocals on too. Laura says, I thought about online gambling, but I knew it would probably make a criminal out of me. Possibly. You said something, you used a word there, thought. Thought. Remember, I believe I said this in the last episode, the battle is fought here. You train here before the battle. You should be training before the battle here. Okay? And I talk about all kinds of life hacks. But we fight the battle here, and we either win or lose here. If we win, that's awesome, phenomenal. If we lose, well, that's not so great. But what happens in here is going to be displayed out here in the physical. So thought, you brought up that word, thought. Thank you, Laura. Stay Tough says, it's sucking money from my pocket. I'm desperate to stop. Well, I don't want to pick on you too much. My question to you is, what are you doing to stop that problem? What are you doing to stop that lie? You see, you have a choice. You have a choice. You can believe the lie, or you can stop believing the lie. Well, Santos, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. It's not that hard. It's doable. But again, it really depends on you. It really depends on you as an individual. Now, we complicate things. We make things more harder than they can, than they should be, is what we do. And it has a lot to do with the way that we talk. It has a lot to do with the way we think, and who we associate with. I had a gentleman that emailed or had a comment, and he said that he quit for several months. I don't know, several months, or it could have been a couple of years. He quit. He was struggling, but yet he works in the casino. And, I did respond to that comment, but my question is, why would you put yourself in harm's way when you're trying to get of harm, when you're trying to get away from harm? Why would you do that? Well, I don't have a choice. I don't have another job. You can get another job. You have choices. We all have choices, my friend. We all have choices. Yes, there's consequences and rewards, right? There's consequences and rewards to our actions. But don't believe the lie that I'm stuck. There's no other opportunity. This is my only job. Yeah, you've been there for a long time. But my friend, if you're trying to get away from gambling, it's going to be almost impossible to get away if you're working in a casino. There's my 2 cents on that. Joe says, only make it worse. Laura says, I have to say, between prayer and radio and Santos, I just started to hate gambling. Yeah, hate it, man. Sometimes I drive by those billboards and I'll give them the finger, man. I'll start cursing in my car. I look at that billboard for a minute. You got to grow a hatred in your system. And you know how you're going to grow a hatred? By focusing on all the things that you've done to yourself, the money that you've lost, the relationships that have been broken. Some people end up in jail for, I got an email from a young man that was sentenced to prison from Australia. I can't mention his name. He embezzled like $500,000, something like that, a huge amount of money, and he got caught just to supply the lie, his gambling habit. When he got caught, he's on his way to prison. He emailed me, I think it was last week. He wanted to get a copy of my book. I haven't heard from him. I imagine he got sentenced. So this is real. There's consequences and there's rewards to our actions. And if you keep going in the same direction that you're going, if you keep going in that direction, in 2 or 3 weeks, where are you going to find yourself? If you keep running on that mental philosophy that you have in your head, that you got to take it day by day. That's the only way to do it, day by day. But if you keep going with that philosophy, with that mentality, with that lifestyle, where are you going to be in 2 weeks? Where are you going to be in a month? What's your bank account going to look like? What about your family? If you have a family, your children look up to you. You have a job, you have a business, your partners, you may end up losing. Eventually you will. If you don't stop gambling, eventually you're going to lose it all. Because it's like a powerful Kirby vacuum cleaner. It's going to suck you dry, my friend. It's going to suck the life right out of everything that you have. So thank you, Laura. Yeah, I hate, you know what? The more that I think about it, the casinos they show images in advertisements, right? People winning and the money and all this stuff. They show these glamorous images, but they won't show the guy that's walking around with his head down, just, trying to see if he can find one of those coupons or whatever to put into the machines, or money, or, he's just walking around the casino with his head down. I mean, that guy he's lower than the floor, and we've seen him. I've been there. You walk around, you go outside, and oh man, I despise and the casinos. There's a war, like I said earlier. There's a war going on, my friends. You're not going to stop the war. unless you stop it here. And again, this applies to any kind of addiction: smoking, drinking, overeating, gossiping, pornography, rage, road rage. That's another addiction that people can build into their lives. I mean, addictions, it's amazing. I was watching this guy. His name is Leo from actualized.org. And his videos are like 45 minutes long. He's got thousands of followers. And I like the guy. He's strange looking. His name is Leo, and you'll find him on YouTube from actualized.org. He looks like a white supremacist. Okay, I'm not being judgmental, but that's what he looks like. And I watch a lot of his videos. This guy is very, very sharp, and he talks a lot about all kinds of different subjects, kind of like I do. But he mentioned in one of, I remember watching one of his videos, he talks about addictions. And as I watched him, I learned a few things because, sometimes we think, well, addiction is smoking, drinking, overeating, and all these other, there are dozens and dozens of addictions. In fact, there are addictions that lie inside each and every one of us that we don't even know we have until later on down the road. If indeed you and I are working on ourselves, right? Self-empowerment, self-improvement. You kind of turn that flashlight on and you see the cobwebs inside yourself, inside your head, inside the seventh reservoir. I like to call the subconscious, the mind, the seventh reservoir. But we got to optimize the paradigms, the belief systems that we've been operating on. We got to optimize them. We got to put all that behind us. Anyways, Leo's a good guy. If he watches this video, I don't know. I don't take it as a judgment, Leo. It's just that you got a complete black background. You're bald, and you're like white, like Casper, and that's all you can see is your head and your hands in your videos. So, but anyways, he's a great guy, Leo. Enough of that. We're getting ready to wind down here. I'm going to do some reading from my book in a few minutes. Man, you guys are throwing up comments faster than I could read. Stacy Swift. Hey, Stacy, welcome to episode 29. Nice to have you here. Hello. I hope that wherever you are, you're part of the world. You are having a great day. And more importantly, you're having a great day up here, right? They're going to be storming all around us. I get hit with sidewinders up here all the time. And sometimes I fall over. But I get up quick. And that's the thing about preparing ourselves. Remember I said earlier, the battle is you prepare for the battle here before it happens, right? You prepare before the temptation. You prepare before the triggers. That's what a lot of people fail because they wait to try to fix things when they get tempted or when the trigger hits. You want to work on yourself after that also. But the key is to work on your mindset before the trigger, before the temptation. Well, Santos, that's hard. It's neither hard, it's neither easy. It's doable. If I can do it, if I can work on it every single day, you can do it also. Don't believe the hype, right? The hype will tell you, no, you're not capable, you're this, you're not that, you're not tall, you don't have enough money, you've been doing it too long. It's all BS, my friend. You can make a decision today, right here, right now, and begin empowering and rising up, rising that inner giant that you have, that God has given you. God gave you that gift, that inner giant that's inside of you, that inner genius that's inside of you. Your creator has given that. Don't let it lie dormant. Awaken the giant within, awaken that giant, man. It's possible. So Michigan, oh boy, I know there's a little cold out there in Michigan, Stacy, right? It is cold or getting colder. So, wow, I've been having quite a bit of activity. You guys have you have a question that you want to ask me? I know you guys are going back and forth, and that's great. I really appreciate that. Someday it'll get to the point where I won't even be able to read the comments. They'll be coming in so quick. Let me see. Nop the Ca says, I'm betting 12-hour shifts up and down roller coaster. I'm not too sure what that means. But I'm hoping that that's about work and not about gambling. Horse racing. Yeah. The bookies. David says, you walk in and once you're in, you're just a lost soul. Lost soul. I tell you, my friends, I lost a lot. I'm still recuperating from my losses of over 32 plus years. Now, I didn't gamble for 32 plus years straight. I started rolling the dice at about the age of 14, and that went on for a few years. But there was some periods in my life where I wasn't gambling, right? If I'm in the Navy and I'm on a ship and I'm overseas for 6 or 7 months, I wasn't gambled. But guess what? I gambled on the ship, and I did lose money. There was a lot of deception going on. And then once you're on land, you know, the casinos really started popping up. I think I started noticing the casinos popping up either in the early 90s, a lot of them. I wasn't really a casino person, but I would gamble, found ways to gamble. And then that stretch lasted for quite a few years, up until the last couple of years. And Reno, Nevada. But I'll tell you, I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of time. I contemplated suicide several times. I didn't go through the act, but I would sit in my car after losing tons of money, and I would think about my bills and my family, because I hid it very well from my family for quite a few years, from my wife and my children. I've been married for 22 years, and I hid it well. But anyways, I hate it, man. I hate gambling. I hate all of that. I just hate it. I despise it, man. And it's the truth. So anyways, Laura says, my dad was a chronic gambler, a good dad, but played horses, crap, poker, lottery. Yep, the tickets. I used to buy the tickets, and I got caught up with online gambling for a minute too. I did get caught up with online gambling on the computer, on my laptop. That got ugly. That did get ugly for a little bit. But man, I am so grateful. It's almost hard to believe. It's almost hard to believe that chapter of my life is behind me. It's under my feet. It is. It's just amazing that I was able to crush that addiction. And I'm going to do everything in my power to help you. I'm going to do everything in my power to help people realize that you can crush that addiction. Yeah, it's a process. You know, you got to turn to some life hacks. And by the way, I talk a lot about these life hacks in my little red book, the LRB. Not this version, but the newer version. Anyways, I'm going to be closing down the program here in a few minutes because nobody's asking me a question. It's like, are you guys even paying attention to me? That's good that you guys are interacting. I appreciate that. Stay safe trucking, Laura. By the way, I'm studying to become a licensed life, accident, and health insurance agent. Not an easy thing, but I'm going to do it. And I may be going with New York Life so I can practice in every state. Anyways, valley moments. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. Valley moments, setbacks or opportunities. I'm going to be ending here over the next few minutes. Like I said, I'm only keeping the program open for 30 minutes, and I'm already going overboard here. Joe says, soldier for life. There we go. I have learned to expect them because they are part of life. You've had a hard day. You feel like you've been pushed too far. Something went terribly wrong somewhere. An argument, a misunderstanding, a letdown. You get hit in the head with a sidewinder. What should you do? Most people are going to look for the easy, comfortable escape. We spoke about this earlier, the beginning of this broadcast. But this time, the escape that you're going to look for is the LRB, the little red book, or a video on your phone at srolon.com or some other prominent YouTube channel or website that you may go to. Or you're going to pick up your journal or some other tool. So you talk about preparing ourselves before these things happen, because they're going to happen. Expect them. And that can help you, right? You're going to pick up some other tool that can help you. Here's a little nugget. I want to share something with you guys. You know, when you comment on a post online, you're utilizing a form of digital journaling. You're helping yourself become free, and possibly others. Santos, what are you talking about? You know that when you comment on my videos or somebody else's videos, that's a form of journaling. It's digital therapy. The more you do it, the more you're getting out. You're getting something out. And not only that, if it's positive, so I know a lot of comments are negative, but if it's positive, you're helping somebody else. And guess what happens when you help others? It comes back to you. It's the law of attraction. It's the law of reward, right? The Bible refers to this as sowing and reaping. Whatsoever a man soweth, plants, gives. Whatsoever a man soweth, he shall also reap. So, and it may not come back to you in the form that you're doing it, but it will help you. When you give, it comes back to you. It's amazing. So, and this type of journaling has many therapeutic rewards. Please remember this, because 97% or higher of people don't realize or do this fun life hack. It's a fun life hack. I use journaling all the time. It's easy, convenient, and very transformational of thought. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. Anyways, I just wanted to do that on camera. So, my friends, we're going to end the program here. I'm getting ready to do the call of action. Unless you guys have a question here, you want to share something with me. But it looks like you guys are having too much fun on your own. So, we are going to be back here on Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, California, Lord willing. I may have something a little bit different on that program. Once again, if you haven't subscribed, at the top of the chat section, you're going to have my subscriber link, okay? Subscribe and grow with me. If you are benefiting from my episodes, from my educational content, I do consider it educational, donate. Help this mission go forward. Okay? You can do that through soldiersofselfmastery.com. And if you haven't purchased the new book, of course, the new revised version of the LRB, you can get one at the link there above, soldiersofselfmastery.com/book. So, the call to action: train your mind. Train your mind. There's a I have a playlist. I have quite a few playlists on my YouTube channel. There's one in particular that talks about training your mind. I would encourage you to take a look at that playlist. There's quite a few videos on there. But there's also something that I use on myself that's very powerful. And I'll talk a lot about this. It's called subliminal. Uh, uh, well, they're called subliminal messages, but they're in video form. They actually, it's through sounds, mainly through sounds that penetrate into your mind. You can watch, you can listen to these videos. You don't have to watch them, but you can put headphones on before you go to bed. When you're relaxing throughout the day. If you're driving, you can have one plug in your ear and you could listen to these. And this is on a playlist on my YouTube channel. I believe it's titled Powerful Thoughts or How to Train the Mind. And this will also help you train your mind ahead of the triggers and temptations. My friend, that's another tool, life hack that's helped me tremendously. I use all kinds of things on myself. I remember when I started shifting my mindset and I began to really experience that shift, I thought, man, what the heck did I do to me? How did I get here? How am I going to explain all of this to other people? I did something to myself to get away from problem gambling and trauma, because I come from an area of childhood trauma that affected me in some very ugly ways. But that's my past now. So, my friends, I want to thank you once again. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor to be here with you, watching you guys go back and forth in the chat. I'm going to see you guys once again on Friday. Have a safe rest of this Sunday. Make your week a super fantastic, terrific, over the top, in spite of and because of week, my friend. You can do this. You can win over your addictions, my friend. Yes, you can. It doesn't matter what kind of addiction it is. You can win. There's many people that have overcome all kinds. Heroin, cocaine, crack. Believe me, I've been there too. I've never been a heroin addict, but I've done it. I've never been a crack addict, but I have smoked it. Okay? That'll tell you a little bit about my background. Believe me, I'm not proud to say that, but I've been through a lot of shit. And I've overcome, and I'm going to continue to overcome, and I will continue to break through, and I will help many, as I'm helping people now around the world, become free. Okay? That is my promise. As long as I'm doing it, as long as I have breath, I'm going to be here, and I'm going to help you guys. So with that said, I will see you on the next episode. Peace through strength, soldier of self-mastery. Out of here.